All right.
There you go. By the way, this is the second episode for this year, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because very like I said lah, susah lah. Very difficult to get people on the podcast. So apa ni the format that I'm going for this year is that kita santai-santai lah.
I see.
You know, I don't want to take too much time doing all the editing anymore. Can so don't worry about it. In any case, welcome to Babel Junction.
Hi.
And you are actually my second guest this year.
Lucky.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you for reaching out though.
No problem, because I saw your post and I'm like, okay, maybe this is the opportunity for me to reach out to you and talk about it.
Yeah. So maybe because I don't think I don't know how famous you are.
No.
Yeah. So
I'm just like 10 cents.
Yeah. So please go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay. So my name is Aiman. I've just graduated, as I mentioned earlier, and I've been working out since I was 12 years old. So
12?
Yeah, 12.
Gosh. Okay, we'll get into that.
Yeah. And so I was just graduated. Now I'm working as an intern at Nielsen.
Right.
Yeah.
Apa ni? So what did you graduate in?
I graduated in finance and analytics.
Like I was mentioning online, I mean, this is the second time that I've met somebody who is like really big doing finance. I mean not to stereotype you guys, but it's very rare to see someone
that's like,
yeah, like I mean, you're kind of jacked, right? And then doing finance, like
how does that correlate? Right.
So anyway, why finance, bro?
Oh, because I really like numbers, and data. So that gets me going.
Right.
It really stimulates my mind, my brain whenever I see numbers. Even when I'm driving, also I like to see like cars number plate and try to add up all the numbers. Yeah.
So you're a nerd.
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Do you think that's the is there a correlation between that and also how you why you got into training ke apa ke?
No.
Nothing at all.
Completely different.
So how did you get into fitness at 12 years old?
Okay, how to say this? I was fat when I was 10 years old.
Okay.
As in, like, imagine 10 years old, you are 50 kg, 50 to 55.
Okay, all right.
Because I have double chin and so on. And
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my best friend Marwan, he got into football team for our primary school. I got so jealous lah. I mean, how come?
Well, he's like thin.
Yeah,
right.
He's very athletic. So that motivates me. Then when at the age of 11 years old, I reached puberty. So I've lost a lot of weight. I've been jogging. I just eat rice and eggs. That's it. That's my whole meal throughout my when I was 10 to 5. 10 to 6, I got into football. So I played football a lot, and then during football training we have to do push-ups and pull-ups, sit-ups, and running and so on. So that's when I found out that my passion is in fitness.
Right.
And at the age of 13, I moved to Seremban. So pretty much during that time, there's nothing much going on there. So it's still, yeah. So
is there still something going on in Seremban?
So
sorry, AB Fitness.
Oh yeah, I train there sometimes when I'm back. So anyway.
Wait, so now your family is based in Seremban?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're staying alone here in Kota Damansara?
No, I'm married.
Oh,
yes.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Maybe you're so young.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. Okay. You got kids?
No.
Okay.
Not at the moment. But we are planning to have soon.
Right.
So at the age of 13, you're still young. You still have a lot of testosterone in your body. You're full of energy. And instead of me wasting my time going out to the mall or hanging out with my schoolmates, I decided to stay home, do a lot of push-ups and pull-ups. And at that moment, as I was doing about 500 push-ups and 200 pull-ups. So
just one shot, like
not really
a
one
single workout.
Yeah, for chest I just do 500 push-ups. For back I just do 100 pull-ups. Yeah.
Right.
So as years gone by, at the age of 15, I started to go to the gym in Taman because I always go back and forth. Seremban, Taman because I played in a football team called Royal Selangor Club.
Okay.
Together.
Is it a semi-professional or is it like
It's just a normal club.
Okay.
Together with Marwan. So Marwan started gym at the age of 14. So and his body was like so ripped at that time. So I got interested lah. So I asked, "Hey, what do you do?" And he said, "Oh, my brother introduced me to the CrossFit gym." So that's when right after PMR, I moved back to Taman, stayed with my aunt, and decided to go to the gym. Since then, I've been lifting weights until now.
But so right now, what is your? Do you do bodybuilding? What do you do? I mean, you look like a bodybuilder, lah.
Yes. At the beginning of the stage, of course, bodybuilding is the main thing for me because I was exposed to bodybuilding. Then I stopped doing bodybuilding because I found out that it's not really what I'm aiming for because I'm not planning to compete, going professional. So I don't mind. I've been trying a lot of other sports like CrossFit, then powerlifting, strength coach, strength training, and so on.
So what do you? So what exactly is the fitness goal here for yourself?
So for myself is to be able to do a lot of things with my current condition.
Okay.
As in like I'm aiming to reach 105 kg.
Like body weight?
Yes, body weight.
Where are you now?
101.
That's not so far. I can teach you how to get 4 kilos, no problem.
But with my body fat percentage at 12%.
That one I cannot teach you. How many percent again?
12%.
12%. That's very low, right? I mean,
yeah, for my body, for 105 kg, that's pretty low. But that's my goal.
Yeah, but why is that? Why 12%?
I don't know, I find that 12% is a healthy range for me that I set myself. Okay. Below that, I'll be like not happy.
Right.
And beyond that, I'll also be not happy with my physique.
So is that a function of if you have a 12% body fat percentage, you'll get a certain look? Is that what you're aiming for, or
certain physique that I set myself, that I can see myself, maintaining for a long-term period?
Okay, so I'm assuming that you're also taking care of your diet.
Partially, semi. Yes and no.
Because the thing is, you are not competing. You're not competing in anything.
Yeah. No.
Right.
No.
So I'm assuming, because for people who compete, they have a very set goal, right? Macam every end of a training cycle, boom, they want to get hit, they want to reach this, they want to hit these numbers and things like that. But for you, it's more open-ended, right?
Yeah. Open.
So how do you train then? I mean, like, how do you get it at 105 kg at 12%? How do you train?
That's the beauty of it. I haven't figured out how, but I'm still learning, in the process of learning and experimenting what works best for my body.
Right.
Because at the moment, my current diet, no matter what I eat, I must have at least 1 kg of chicken breast every day.
Right.
So any meals that's beyond that is just additional meal.
Right. But you don't count calories.
I don't count calories.
And at this particular rate, you are certain that you will hit your goal.
Yes.
And when is that goal? I mean, do you have a timeline? Do you set a timeline for yourself?
For this year, my goal is more to lifting weights.
Right.
So my goal for reaching 105 at 12% body fat would be somewhere middle next year.
Right.
Because I just finished my studies, so I'm going to take about 1.5 years to really focus on my plan, my goal, my training, and everything.
Like,
fully.
What made you like? You said you're big when you were a kid, right?
Yeah.
Were you always physically larger? Like, are you an endomorph, or are you like Marwan, which I think is a mesomorph, right? Are you like that, or are you naturally big?
I am naturally big as in not fat, but just athletic big.
So meaning that you naturally put on muscle mass more readily, more easier than than most folks lah.
Yeah, correct.
I see. So that's why you are interested in getting, because 105 kg is not light, right? I mean,
Yeah, it's not light. It's pretty heavy. Even my wife complains, "You're so heavy."
Yeah. Why would your wife complain? I'm just kidding, guys. This is a PG-13 show. In any case, like macam 101 kg right now, what's your body fat?
15.
Now 15.
15.
Still not happy.
Still not happy.
Some people kan.
It's pornosexual.
Yeah. So macam do you coach? Are you training anyone, or is this just purely for yourself?
Okay. I do have. I'm doing freelance training. I mean, that's how I sustain myself. Because at the age of 27, you can't really rely on your parents to give you allowances. You know. So I decided to have a freelance training.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have a client base?
Yeah, I do.
How, like, is it a lot? I mean, is it sustainable? I mean,
sustainable, yes, but about 3 or 4 clients at the moment.
Okay,
that's enough for me.
And how do you reach them, and how did they find you?
Oh, word of mouth.
Word of mouth. And how did you start?
I started at the age of 18. I was conducting a boot camp called Rapid Fusion.
Okay.
There's a guy approached me when I was working part-time as a barista at Celebrity Fitness. So the guy was like, "Hey, you have a great physique, and it seems like you know what you're doing. Why don't you try out and be a coach at my boot camp?"
Right.
And that's how it started.
So basically, you are self-taught now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any like qualifications ke apa?
I sat for an exam called NASM. But so NASM works like this: within 1 year, you were given 3 chances to sit for the exam. I blew out my chances. Yeah, so I missed out the 1 year window.
So you have to retake it and then resit the exam.
Yeah, and so since that day I haven't gotten back.
Dude, you're like always resitting.
Yeah, exactly. So I've been wasting a lot of time in my life.
So is there a goal for you to actually finish up the NASM or some other accreditation?
Yes, but not at the moment.
Right, because you're going to focus on my career first lah.
Yeah,
right.
Because in my head I was like, okay, 10 years or 15 years from now, it's still going to be there.
Right. And okay, so like the reason you reached out to me and I agreed to have you on sebenarnya is you actually bring up a very interesting topic and idea, right?
Yeah.
Which is which to be honest, I've actually never thought about it, and I should have. I feel bad about it for not thinking about it first. Which is that how social media actually influenced the fitness community nowadays, right?
Nowadays.
So, first of all, what do you see? Why that topic came to your mind first, which is kind of odd.
Right.
Yeah, because of the people that I've got in this podcast over the last year, kind. So nobody actually talk about social media and influencers and things like that.
Okay. First of all, I'm not attacking any influencers. Okay, I'm just generally from my experience and from my point of view, how I see social media affecting the fitness community. It doesn't matter if you have been in the fitness community for so long or you're just about to start. It gives both pros and cons.
Right.
So the pros factors are they will like social media will motivate you to keep pushing yourself and give you a guideline on what to do, where to start, how to begin, what you should eat, what kind of lift that suits you. But the cons are the body image. People start to put expectation on themselves.
Right.
Let's say when you see Arnold Schwarzenegger, for example, then a young boy sees scrolling through his Instagram and said, "Oh, I want to be just like that, and I'll do whatever it takes." So after 3 months of training, he doesn't see any gains. So he decided to either give up or inject with steroids or whatsoever.
Right.
So I think that's a bad part, because in social media they lack of telling people that it takes time to build where you want to be. It may take about a year, 2 years, or 3 years, but the point is, do not look for any drugs or enhanced performance to reach your goal, which is not healthy.
But how did you stumble upon that? What do you call it? scenario ataupun how is it from reading? Is it from your own observation?
Both actually. Reading was one thing because people being there was like body image issue, so I read that article a long time ago, and a lot of people came up to me and said, hey, I want to look like this. Even my own client, I want to look like this. Then I always reply, you can, or but you won't exactly look at that,
right?
Like how you want it to be. But if you train harder, consistently, control your diet and your training program, you look way better than how you look now.
Right, but how do you see that social media like affects this kind of thinking negatively? Macam, because in absence of social media, let's say when I was growing up, right, we used to have Muscle and Fitness, Flex magazines, right? The thinking was also the same. Like macam, I want to look like him, you know, Dorian Yates,
Dorian Yates,
but then again, we don't put in the word. The mentality is the same. How is it different then as opposed to now with social media?
I think the difference is nowadays it's very easy access. Like back then, you have to purchase the magazine.
Very expensive.
Very expensive, about 15 ringgit I think at that time. And nowadays it's on social media, it's free. So you just scroll, and then you see a physique that you want. You already set in your mind, and then if you don't achieve that physique, you get depressed.
Right.
So so in the accessibility.
Right.
So people are very eager, and very impatient to achieve their goals. So they set about 6 weeks. Can I be ripped within 6 weeks? So he tried all the programs that was posted on social media. Try. After 6 weeks, I didn't get the result. This is crap.
Right.
So, and then they decided to just stop, and they look a lot worse than how they were before they started.
Right.
Because a lot of people like came up to me, hey, how do you get big? How do you get ripped? I told them you just have to eat and train consistently. So no, come on, that's crap. I don't believe in that. What's your secret? So people don't believe. People always try to look for the secret method or technique that how can they can achieve their physique the fastest way.
Right.
Which is, I find it is bad for you, because when it comes to fitness, it's not about how fast can you get the result. It's about consistency. Your mentality have to be strong, because you have to face the same food all over, the same food like every day, you know?
That's why I fall off the wagon.
And the same style of training every single day for 3 months, 6 months. So people don't see that. People think that, I have to eat this to go big. I have to keep changing my routine every week for me to grow muscles or strength.
I do think that is the common misconception that people have, right? I think there was one post by the Polykin group which I follow on Instagram, and there's the two pictures, you know. One is a gym, the other one is food, you know. And on the caption on the gym, it says people think that this is hard, but they don't know actually diet is the hardest part.
Correct.
Which I 100% agree, because I've tried diet so many times and then it worked. I know it works, but like you said, the key is consistency. If you don't do it consistently, you're not going to see the result, number one, and you won't see the sustainability of it. You know, I think it's just a matter of macam picking the right workouts, picking the right diets for you, because again, this is a long game lah. You know, I tell a lot of people, a lot of powerlifters, a lot of my guests lah, kan, macam they are all usually young, your age or even younger. And the way I see diorang train macam
crazy,
all out, crazy, 3-4 hours in a day, kan, 3-4 times in a week. Macam wow. The benefit of being older ni, we have some hindsight lah. Kan. And the thing that I think a lot of people cannot see is that you want to play the long game.
Exactly. Not short, not short term.
So tu yang susah tu, because a lot of people don't want to, especially in our culture, kan, because we Melayu lah especially, so sorry to say
I mean, it's true, it's fact,
kan, we just want things nak cepat kaya, nak cepat kurus, nak cepat putih, you know, all that stuff. And of course social media ni, people just put their best pictures, best foot forward, right? Exactly. So I think Yeah, I think you're right lah. Macam a lot of people get influenced by all these influencers. I mean, again, we are not knocking influencers.
Yeah,
some are really good. Now, the another thing that I want to ask, sebab I've seen on my Instagram feed, kan, there are a lot. What's his name? Kevin Zari, kan?
Kevin Zari, yeah.
Kevin Zari has this Jom Kurus punya program, right? So he engages a lot of these personal trainers, blah blah blah. Are you involved with that, or?
Well, I was involved with that when I was 19 years old.
As a coach, as a trainer,
assistant.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
To Kevin Zari?
No, because so the main coach was Ian, and I was assisting him in the program.
Right. In any case, we see a lot of this booming in the last few years.
Correct.
What I mean is that people are drawn to this group sort of training and workout
and classes.
I call it macam kelas untuk makcik-makcik.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
And the number of social media influencers that do all these types of workout, banyak juga, right? Now, I have to be careful what I say here.
Correct.
I'm not saying that it's good or it's bad, right? I just feel that sometimes dia punya workout ni macam, what exactly are you doing?
Exactly, yeah.
Right?
Correct.
What are your thoughts on that? Macam these types of people.
True, because most people that, like you mentioned, they call themselves trainer. Okay.
I didn't want to say it.
No, it's out there.
Yeah.
Call themselves trainer after they lost 10 kg, 20 kg.
Yeah.
So after they lost 20 kg, 10 kg, okay, I'm a personal trainer. Contact me to lose weight. That's the thing. When you try to lose weight or when you try to look good, weight is just a number.
Yeah.
You shouldn't put weight as your main goal to lose. What you should look at is your body fat. And there are also other methods on how to check your progress besides stepping on a weighing scale. You can take pictures weekly, or you can see based on your pant size, your t-shirt size. Feels looser. That's the healthier way. Because if you lifting weights, obviously you're gonna gain. Lifting weights. Obviously you're gonna gain some muscles, and that will increase your body weight.
Yeah.
So people get upset with that. And like you said, the training that they post on social media to promote themselves is not really ideal for people who want to start. How can they do like jump squats or weighted squats, without the foundation, without knowing how to do the squats properly? So yeah, that's a big flaws.
Wait, let's get more into that. We have to take a break because we're at the halfway point already.
Okay.
Before the camera runs out again on me.
All right.
We'll come back and we'll talk more about that.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
All right, we're back with
right.
Aiman. Okay, so we were talking about the social media influencers and what exactly you were saying?
The posts that they've been posting on Instagram.
Yeah.
It's not the content. The content is not there. The value of the content.
Yeah.
So when it comes to social media, you can look out anything. You want to look for good diet, bad diet, good workout, bad workout. Everything is there, but the quality of the content is not there.
Right. I also feel that people are drawn towards nice things.
Yeah.
To put it mildly, nice things. And they immediately think that, because some people, whether they are genetically blessed, whether they were born pretty, apa semua, it gives the wrong impression towards those who to impressionable minds. Whether you are new to, whether you are young or whether you are new to fitness. Kan? So macam I feel that macam, well, you are gaining all this following just because of, and I think again, you nak buat, it's your right, suka hati you lah, but the misinformation that is being spread is too large and too wide because of their following kan.
Correct. Well, in terms of training, that's not so much, but I'm just like very particular when it comes to dieting. Obviously, training is important, but how they, market themselves is like, okay, you have to eat a certain type of food like salmon, asparagus, broccoli, to have six packs, to have nice physique, and additional to that, you have to take protein supplements, to enhance your physique, which I find that is a bit misleading because we are Asian. We need rice to grow. It's okay to eat rice. Rice will not make you fat. What you need to know to do is find the right amount of food and portion that can suit your lifestyle. Because in Malaysia, fitness is not their priority. Their priority is still 9 to 5 job.
Right.
Because to be honest, if you want to eat salmon, asparagus, broccoli every day, it costs you a bomb.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
So
know.
why most of people who promote this kind of stuff, they can afford it. And when you only focusing on those types of food, it limits your followers to start and feels like, oh, it's too expensive to start. Tak apalah, I just makan macam biasa lah. So what I'm hoping to see the next few years is to change their mindset. It's okay to eat rice, but control your portion.
Right.
It's okay to eat, chicken curry or roti canai. It's okay to do that. Just you have to know that you also have to exercise. Keep it moderation.
Right. Just in anything, in my opinion, that the moderation is key.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, unless you are an athlete, a competitive athlete, then of course you have to take it to the limit, kan. But for normal people, it has to be in moderation. And to the point that you were saying about how it makes it difficult for people to start dieting, I also believe the opposite tau, where it is hard for people to sustain. Kan?
Yeah, correct. Exactly.
Right? Macam I get the point where you nak makan salmon, you nak makan tuna. I've done it before.
Yeah.
It is not cheap.
It's not cheap
right?
at all.
So sometimes when I hear people saying that, look, you don't have to eat that. You just have to manage the kind of carbs that you're putting in. You just manage benda tu in portions that is macam suited for your own fitness goals, kan? And apa ni? So the thing about sustainability ni, it's very elusive even for me tau, because I've been up and down. And if you listen to my podcast pun, I've been saying it like macam up until sampai sekarang ni pun I dah macam dah malas because I just couldn't sustain benda the diet kan. And I think that's another thing about this social media where they don't show how hard actually.
They're just showing the good parts. Of their journey. They don't show how struggle it is to finish steamed chicken breast. You'll be sitting there for hours. You take one bite, drink 1 cup. You take one bite, drink 1 cup. So that's it's a mental game. It's not just follow blindly whatever you see on social media.
Right.
You really have to know what you put in your body. For example, supplement like I mentioned earlier. People be promoting, if you want to grow big, take muscle mass. If you want to grow quality muscle, take whey. I find that is true and yes, not true. You don't really need supplements to grow or to have a great physique. Like I said, your foundation has to be strong, which means you have to feed yourself with solid food. Get used to it until you want to feel like you want to puke. And people will be saying like, I can't eat a lot, I have a small stomach. Then train for it. Train your stomach like how you train your body. Because that's how competitive eaters do. They train. They eat a lot. Even they eat like more frequently in a day. Small portion. As time passes on, you manage to eat bigger portion than how you used to be.
But okay, now I just want to be a devil's advocate. Kan? Macam with more knowledge that you have, of course, the more you learn, the more actually you don't know. Kan? And then sometimes it can get overwhelming for certain people.
Correct.
Right? Now, What do you think when somebody, let's say we are podcasting this, right? So we're telling people that, look, yeah, okay, you can go ahead and do all this stuff, follow the influencers to a certain extent, but you actually need to know this, which is A, B, C, D sampai Z, right? But they get put off. So how do you manage, even with your clients, how do you manage that? How do you get people to be consistent? How do you make them to see the long game instead of the short game?
Okay, how I work with my client is I try to not to focus on the weight loss, because most of my clients are about 30 plus, 40 plus, and I straight away tell them that, you know, your goal shouldn't be gaining muscles or losing weight. Your goal should be able to walk without any pain, walking up the stairs without any pain, because in 10 or 15 years you want to play with your grandchildren freely without any pain. So that should be your goal, instead of focusing on the weight loss. I mean, weight loss, yes, but try not to focus on that too much.
But how do you ensure that they are pain free?
Okay, so my training is like they are able to WhatsApp me 24 hours, and every time I see them, I ask them, how are you? How's your pain? Is there any improvement? Every time I see that. And then if we don't train, I will check on them on WhatsApp and ask them, how do you feel today? All right. So I will send them a link, you know, to do these kind of stretches as frequent as you can and see how is it. Because there's no such thing as perfect trainer. Your client learns from you and you learn from your client as well. Because it works both ways. Everybody is different. So that's the beauty in fitness. Everybody is different. So there's no such thing as I know all. I know it all.
Right. I'm going to put you on the spot kejap, eh?
Okay.
Like, how do you know how to train people who are older than you? Sebab when you are, even at my age, you sense that your body is like deteriorating.
Yeah.
How do you know that without you knowing or experiencing what your clients are going through?
I will ask about what have they been doing for the past year, for the past 10 years. How's their lifestyle in the beginning?
Right.
So they explain to me, I've been working at a 9-to-5 job for long hours every day in my life. So I'm assuming that you might have a back pain, or stiff neck, or shoulder pain. Then when I point that out, I say yes, okay. Then I'll ask them to do a few movement, like squat, push-ups, all the basics. All the basic.
Yeah.
Because my idea is, if you can't do the basic, then it's very hard for you to progress to the next step.
Which is weights.
So I always start off with body weight training. So they always come up to me, do I need to go to the gym or sign up for a gym? I said no. We just train at home, at your convenience. Because if you sign up for a gym, that's another commitment that you need to commit. And I'm not sure whether you have time or not.
That's good.
Yeah. Because to be honest, gyms are expensive nowadays.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So because people have been telling me, I've been going to the gym, I spend about 200 a month or 250 a month. But
wow.
Yeah.
Gym apa tu?
I cannot mention.
Zealfit only 180 ringgit, guys.
and they don't see any results, so they decide to quit. So they already have a bad perception of fitness. So to your question, I always get their background test. What did they do? Were they an athlete when they were younger? Are they familiar with any movement?
Right.
Yeah.
And do you think that it is sufficient for people my age, 40 and above, is it sufficient for us to just do the body weight workout for longevity?
Longevity, yes.
Just body weight?
Just body weight.
Right.
Because if your goal is to lose weight, then diet should be your priority.
Yeah.
And not training. But for longevity, body weight is more than enough.
Yeah. And would you when would you prescribe weight training for people of older people?
Usually I do not decide. I let them decide themselves, because I do not want to push them and when they're not ready. So whenever they feel happy that they can do pull-ups with their own body weight or push-ups, full push-ups with perfect form, then they'll be like, okay, I'm ready to take the next step. Then I'll bring some dumbbells from my home, bring it to the house and show them the correct movement.
This goes to show kan, that sebenarnya memang betul. You don't have to go to the gym.
It's true.
Although I operate one, but if you wanna, I think if anybody wants to be fitter, kan, actually they can just go to the park. They can just train downstairs kat rumah, living area, and do whatever kan.
Correct.
Yeah. You don't have to be like macam spend a lot of money lah, you know. Although I would love for them to spend some money, but yeah.
So that's why I always ask my client, what is your goal? What is your main goal? Are you trying to look jacked, look big? If yes, then at certain extent, at certain period of time, we have to go to the gym.
Yeah. I mean that. Yeah, exactly right lah. Macam like you mentioned lah. If that person is not ready to get to do weight training, then forever dia akan buat body weight, right? But if they want to progress, therefore they need to get some equipment, and sometimes because of your rumah kecil ke ataupun you don't have the money to spend on equipment, especially electrical equipment, kan, then you need to be able to go to the gym lah.
Yeah, exactly. Right? And if your goal is just to lose weight, it's not necessary for you to go to gym, because if you go to the gym, the trainer will say, okay, go on a treadmill for 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's another thing. That's another one of my pet peeve tau. I mean, not just the social media influencers, tapi the trainers that yang ada dekat most of the commercial gyms kan. What they do is macam the same thing. It's like you just punish the clients by doing jumping squats lah, this and that, go on the treadmill and lari. As long as they sweat, that's a good workout.
Exactly.
Kan?
Correct.
I really have a not to say big problem lah, I don't care sebenarnya, tapi it's a problem.
It's a problem,
in my opinion, right?
Because you see, I'm not trying to bash any trainers that is working at the gym. This is just from my point of view. Clients need to educate themselves also what they get themselves into, what kind of training program they sign up for themselves. Because if you're doing bodyweight squats, jump squats, burpees, star jump, sit-ups, push-up in the gym, you're wasting your money, because you can
do it at home.
Yeah, you basically can do it at home.
Yeah,
all those things, because even if they do weights, the trainer will say, okay, use the machine. Straight away use the machine. They do not want to waste their time on correcting their clients' form and technique.
Yeah.
You know, and then they fail to educate their clients that, okay, you've never done weight before, so it takes longer time for you to learn on how to do deadlift or squats properly. So you might need to extend your session. Yeah. So some clients might find that a scam, because, you know, but you have to. It's a trainer job to make them aware that if you do it without a proper form or proper technique, you are going to injure yourself. Right. Yeah.
But what do you think? Macam all these social media influencers, and going back to all this the topic of what we're talking about, kan? Do you see repeat customers with them? What's your experience? Do you, or are they just once off, clients, and then they
my client?
No, not your client. This social media influencer. All this jumping squat lah apa semua. Because when you said that, and tiba-tiba I terfikirkan, if you were to ask me to do jumping squats, I would say no.
Yeah.
Because number one, I'm heavy.
Yeah.
Number two, my knees might not be as strong. Kan?
Correct.
So you need to ease me into training, kan? So this is another thing that I feel that people need to know. Just because they look beautiful, they have six pack, blah blah blah, and they put you through this workout and you are sweating, doesn't mean that that's good for you.
Yeah, exactly. It might be harmful for your joints.
Yeah,
because your weight cannot compensate with the movement.
Right. So do you think, from your experience lah, maybe you've talked to more of this kind of people, alamak, I don't want to pigeonhole anyone, kan? Maybe you've talked to all these trainers, kan?
Yeah.
Do they get repeat customers more ke, ataupun they just get more and more people to join?
Okay, from my experience, from my observation, these trainers, there are some to a certain extent, they have a repeated customers. But at the end of the day, their goal is to make sales.
Right.
So they just want their clients to purchase more sessions, as many sessions as they can, so they can get a lot of commission.
Right.
I wouldn't blame them because the gym that they're working at,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I think that's one of the topic that we discussed with I think the first few episodes that we had. Those people, they were trainers at commercial gyms, and you're right. Their main goal is to get sales.
So yeah.
So that from sales they get commission. So the more they do, the more they get. So I think that's a problem, though. I mean,
there is a problem, and okay, for people who have been posting their clients' progress, okay, cool. But try to share the client's background so that your followers can relate and, you know, really learn about what's the right way. Oh, this guy, same lifestyle as me. Maybe I can try. And for the followers, you shouldn't follow whatever you see on social media blindly. You really have to do a bit of research. If the person that you follow on social media just lost 10 kg within 3 months, and he consider himself or herself as a trainer, my advice is look for someone else. Because that person has not gaining enough experience to tell another person what they should do.
Yeah.
You know, because you just lost 10 kg. That's, you know, that's not hard for the first timer.
Yeah.
Because easily you can lose more than that if
Yeah.
you first started working out.
Yeah.
So if you want to look up to someone, try to not just based on their knowledge, but based on their experience in fitness. As in, like, have they competed before in not just one sport, but in multiple sports, like in bodybuilding or in CrossFit or in powerlifting. So they know what it feels like to train at those fields.
Yeah. In fact, not just that, I think they know how to train at a particular level.
Yes.
And be able to sustain it, kan?
Yeah.
I mean, we also don't want to follow a powerlifter yang baru compete sekali and then becomes a trainer, kan?
Exactly.
Again, I value information, I value knowledge more than anything else, kan?
Correct.
Because sometimes kita, again lah, I mean, going back to, I mean, not just the social media influencers, but a lot of people out there, in my opinion lah, kan, they take a 3-day, 5-day course and then they get certified, kan, and then they go find a job. There's something wrong with that, bro. You know,
yeah.
And for me, at least, I mean, either you have experience, because even if you don't have any degree ataupun a certification, for me that's not a big thing, though.
Yeah.
Because I again look to your knowledge.
Correct.
Some people can just learn so much from the internet, from YouTube,
Yeah.
from the people that they follow. Then alhamdulillah, okay, fine, tak ada masalah, you know. But of course, you as a follower ataupun you as a client customer, you need to be able to ask the right questions.
Correct.
And, you know, understand his level of knowledge apa semua ni lah, kan. But you have, I think I might be wrong. Please guys, if you think I'm wrong, please leave your hate comments in the comment section below, kan. But I just feel that we are churning out all these 5-day training courses, type of trainers, kan, and I don't think it's good.
Yeah, it's not good because you are producing not so quality trainers to train people. And clearly you're just doing it for the money,
Right.
which is, I find it is unethical.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's a separate topic.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
So that's a different episode.
Yeah. So that too we have to get deeper into philosophy, all this stuff lah. Tapi for the most part, yeah lah. I mean, it's difficult to get people to understand because people ni malas tau.
Correct.
I think they are malas. I mean,
It's a human nature.
I'm saying this about myself
And myself.
and a lot of other people. Sometimes I just don't have time to research ke apa, kan. That's why I prefer podcast macam ni. So I just tanya and then okay lah, you know, and I kumpul all this knowledge and then I make my own decisions and my own kesimpulan lah.
Yeah.
You know, conclusion. But for the most part, a lot of people just don't want to go to the process. Satu, they don't want to train hard, right? again, I know I'm being hypocritical, okay, but that's a choice. I know if I don't exercise, I know what will happen to my body. I know that, right? If I do, I know what will happen, kan? I know who to look for if I want to get advice on training. I know that, right? But for a lot of you yang jenis yang are just macam fascinated by people who put up butt pictures and six packs, kan? And then you want to train to them. I mean, my advice is just to find somebody who's knowledgeable, and you yourself has to have the desire to actually do some research. If your goal is to look good, kan? It's not just to lose weight. I mean, you want to look good, kan? Everybody wants to look good.
Yeah, everyone wants to look good.
Yeah.
Another factors that are bad in social media is the diet part. Because people have been saying, a lot of influencers, I've been doing intermittent fasting. I've been doing keto diet. I've been doing all carbs or all protein, all meat based diet, vegan diet, for example. And they say that it's really good. And for example, like I came across this one influencer saying that keto diet and intermittent fasting diet, they are bad for your health. So just eat like 5 meals a day, count your calories, and then you're on the right track. I find that is wrong information. It's right at certain extent, but most of it is wrong, because keto diet, yes, some people it works for some people, and for some people it doesn't work. Like I mentioned earlier, everybody is different. Everybody react differently to different diet.
Yeah.
So it's not right for you to say that you shouldn't be following keto diet. What you should tell your followers is that you can follow keto diet. You have to expect that the weight loss is going to be dropped drastically, and once you stop your keto diet, you have to be sure to slowly gain your calories, because if you stop keto diet and then start eating normally, your weight shoot straight up really fast, and you gain more weight than how before you started your keto diet.
And these are the things that people don't know, okay?
Yeah, these are the things that people take advantage for.
Yeah. And you know, the way I live my life, kan, macam sorry again, I have to get a bit religious, macam for us, kan, kita for Muslim, we have a school of thoughts, kan, we have a mazhab apa semua ni, kan.
Correct.
Means there's different opinions about a particular issue. Let's say about diet, okay, now kita balik kepada bukan religion. You have keto diet, you have Atkins, you have this, kan. For me, I wouldn't say this is right, this is wrong, this is right, this is wrong. No, I think it's best that you look into what each and every diet is saying, and then if you can, try lah. You try, tapi jangan try 1 week and then you're not doing anything. No, you have to try for a certain number of time that would produce some results.
Correct.
Then assess yourself, and then see whether you want to continue ataupun you want to change. For me, that's the philosophy of mine. So how I live my life. For people who've been following their social influencer, give yourself some time to a particular diet or program. Don't rush into things. Because people like one result just like that. You know, I have been dieting, I've been doing keto for 4 weeks, I don't see any result. Change diet lah. So it doesn't work that way. Because again, consistency is the key, right,
to everything. So you really have to see which diet suits your lifestyle.
Exactly.
Because by the end of the day, you do not want to, have a diet program or training program that will make you even stressed. Because if that happens, you will not be able to reach your goal. Because that's why I always tell my client, okay, if you want to follow keto diet, if you think that suits your lifestyle, with your current lifestyle, that doesn't stress you much on food or whatsoever, go ahead.
Right.
But just make sure if you feel dizzy or when you feel something is not right, it's okay to take a step back. And then we start all over again.
Right. Again, it's a long-term game.
It is a long-term game.
It's okay. For me, I think it's okay that if you fall off the wagon, but you just have to make sure you get back up lah.
Yeah.
And again, I know I'm sounding hypocritical, but this is my choice for being the person that I am today, right? She's not working out lah. Not as often as I should lah. Bro, we are actually at the end of the second half.
Okay.
What are your last thoughts about this issue about social media influencers ni?
Do we still have time?
You have probably 2-3 minutes before the camera like.
But are we going to continue after?
If you want, yeah, sure.
Yeah, we can continue. I think the next topic is, I think we cover up mostly about diet. I think the next topic we will talk about is training.
Okay.
Different sorts of training.
Yeah, sure. Okay, in that case, we'll be right back after this. Doom. And we're back with Aiman.
Hey.
Okay, we left off. We spoken about diet. And you mentioned about training when we left off. So what in particular about training and social media that got you all riled up?
Okay, so fitness is pretty big in Malaysia. You have bodybuilding, you have marathon runners, you have powerlifting, you have strongmen. So for the past few years, I've been seeing that certain type of people who are in certain sports like to condemn other sports. For example, bodybuilders. When they see CrossFitters doing their workout of the day, they'll be like, "Oh, that's not the proper way to do pull-ups," because they were doing butterfly keeping. It's called keeping, and how they do snatches and all. Because you have to see, when you do CrossFit, there's no time for you to watch your form. You have minimal, very small time window for you to really focus on your form.
Yep.
Because they are more to rep base goal and your time goal, as many sets as you can do, MREP. So I think that people should experience each sport at least once. For example, powerlifting, they are focusing on the range more and weights. So the smaller the range of motion, the better,
right? In
terms of bench press. So that's why they have to arch.
Right.
Really.
Are you talking about one of my regulars?
So yeah. So in bodybuilder, they will condemn, "Oh, that's not fair.
Yeah.
That's not right." But you have to see that the person that I mentioned earlier, the one that arched his back, he has different goal than a bodybuilder. His goal is to able to lift weights at the shortest range of motion, because he's an athlete, competitive athlete. So yeah, like I said, people should at least experience in every sport as many sports as they can, so that they know what the athletes are going through.
Yeah, I suppose I understand what you're getting at. I mean, we do give apa kita panggil a lot of flack to Haris especially lah. I can say it because he's a regular here. Kan? Tapi but that's sport specific.
Yeah.
Kan? Bodybuilding, they just want to look the best. The most ripped, kan, apa semua benda ni. So it's not for everyone.
It's not for everyone,
right? Macam even weightlifting pun ataupun CrossFit pun, yeah, you know, like kita cakap, why you pull ups macam ni, keeping macam ni, atau in fact my biggest criticism of CrossFit ni macam it's not sustainable. Kan, that's my criticism.
Yeah, understand.
But it doesn't mean that it won't help and someone else to use CrossFit to achieve their fitness goal.
Correct.
I'm not saying it's just that I'm fat, right? I can't do CrossFit. It's very difficult. I can't even do one pull up. So I have that kind of opinion. But for me, macam every sport is different.
It's different.
Their goals are different, right? I think it's up to macam you as an individual with your own fitness goals to choose which sport that you like to get into.
Yeah.
Like we were mentioning offline tadi, even with the type of workout that the social medias yang, you know, the makcik-makcik yang kelas ni kan.
Yeah.
For me, if you are sedentary, go.
Correct.
Because as long as you move, as long as you do some physical activity, it is going to benefit you.
Yeah.
My bias has always been weightlifting lah, because of what I sell, and this gym kan.
Yeah.
So I sell macam weight training. But if it's not for you, so what? Kan?
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess a lot of people macam out there macam, I don't know lah, people are attracted to drama lah, because at the end of the day, what does it do? It gets you more followers kan?
Yeah. I think also what like attracted people is they like to show off, not to show off, they like to do fancy things that are unnecessary in your training to gain more followers. For example, explosive push-ups. Or to a certain extent, yes, it will work for you, but for beginners, it's not necessary for you to lose weight or to gain strength. There are other ways, other methods for you to practice your explosive training, you know. And like other examples are when you do side raises, you have to go really, really heavy. So they fail to educate their followers that not every exercises that you do, you need to go heavy. There are certain exercises you need to go really, really lightweight, like 5 kg or 2.5 kg at most. Yeah, so I think people are drawn into the heavier you lift, the better you look good. I mean, the better your training is.
That's not true though. I mean, I don't believe it to be true lah.
Yeah, it's not true. But then that's how they portray, because they want to look good. They want people to comment, "Wow, that's heavy, bro."
People, I guess people are drawn to macam cerita-cerita ganjil loh. Yeah, kan, because when you can deadlift 300 kilos, 350 kilos, people will be like, wow, right? When you can curl like, I don't know, 100 kg, whatever it is, kan. So macam, I guess people are drawn to that lah, kan. And even with dulu-dulu, where you just have flex magazines and mastika, people are already fascinated with this kind of thing. Imagine with social media, Instagram, kan, when you look at it, wow, kan. I just feel that I think what we are trying to say here is that you need to take a step back.
Yeah.
See it for what it is. Again, this guy is good, you know, whatever, it's great, but that's his way of doing things.
Correct.
Right? Might not apply to me, but okay, you know, if I want to try it, I'll try it one day. But you know, have that in mind. Yeah.
And also, I mean, most of the things that they do, they just do for the gram.
Yeah.
They don't do it. They don't imply that into their training.
Yeah.
And they need to, because you have big followers, this kind of people, take advantage of that to educate them. You know, not all training, not exercises you need to go heavy. Certain exercises like deadlift, squat, bench press, yes, because those are compound movement. But for isolations like dumbbell curls or side lateral raises, tricep extension, you don't really need to go super heavy.
Right.
Because if you do, you will injure, you know, your joints, and you have micro tear in your muscles and so on. Because I've been seeing a lot of people like doing skull crusher, you know, when you're lying down, then you for your triceps, they put it about 50 kg aside. That is freaking heavy.
Hey, that's too heavy.
Yeah. And people have been doing barbell curl with 3 plates, and surprisingly, a lot of people have tried doing that in gym, and they started to get injured by bicep tear, you know, which is bad, which I find that is very disappointing, because you have huge amount of followers. So try to educate your followers to the right path.
Right.
Open up their mind that fitness is just not about lifting heavy or lose weight. Fitness is more to about how it makes you more, you know, disciplined.
Right.
Make you more aware of what you eat and so on.
But I also think probably there is a reason why these people are doing what they do though. The reason is katakanlah, if you are doing fitness as a living, if you don't do this, sometimes people don't look at you. If you don't do certain things, you won't be able to get clients. So I think, okay, let me ask you this now. Where do you draw the line? Because katakanlah, let's say, na'udzubillah min zalik, that your career has not taken off as what you think it should be, kan? So you fall back on let's say fitness, and you need to build your reputation.
Correct.
First couple of months, satu customer, right? Your family is growing, blah blah blah. So you have a lot of pressure, kan? So for you, where do you draw the line? Do you still stick to your guns and say that, look, this is what you need to do? It's a long process, which can put off people. Would you then change your stance a bit just to get the clients first?
That's a fair question.
When it comes to money, it's always fair question.
Correct. To me, when it comes to money is always going to be there. If I could inspire 3 people, that is more than enough. I'm not looking forward to inspire 100 or millions of people. Three people that can adapt and absorb whatever I teach them is more than enough. And from there on, if you're a good trainer, people will talk about you. If you're just like a cheap trainer because you're very flashy and all, then people will see that there's no quality in it.
Yeah, but that's the thing, bro. Sebab people see this type of trainers, kan, and say, oh, okay lah, because they don't know better, kan. If you have the three customers and they get benefit from you, okay, all well and good. They will spread the word, blah blah blah, kan. But because I say this respectfully lah, kan. Bukannya
understand.
There will be life pressures.
Correct.
Okay. I give you a very good example, tau. I had a podcast with this guy. And the podcast title was that, working out for 9 to 5 people, kan. So in that podcast, we were talking like you have the time to spend at the gym. Once you finish your work, then you can go to the gym, blah, blah. And lo and behold, what happened? Suddenly he got really busy and he missed couple of months of training, kan.
Yeah.
You will fall into that situation,
of course,
because that's life. Kan? And I think, as much as I admire that you think that just by being true to yourself you're going to get the customers, which inshallah usually that is the case. Right? You stick to your guns, you stick to your principles, you work hard, you will get it. As a Muslim pun, Allah dah janji, kan. Once you put in the effort, He will give you. Kan? Tapi at the point of time when you need to pay rent, you need to pay your car loan, kan, would you sacrifice your principles?
No. I'm sure that there will be other ways. There will be other ways for you
to earn.
If you have to work at a cafe, work at a cafe. Stick to your principle.
That's a very good answer. Okay.
Because like I said, money is everywhere. If you have to work at a petrol station to wash windows, just work there. Money will come back to you. Things will get better eventually.
I like how you think.
Because I've been through dark situations in my past life. And so throughout my uni life, again, this is just a flashback, I have to wake up about 5:30 in the morning because my client's in the morning, and then till up to 6:30. Then 7 o'clock to 8 is my second client. Then during the day, 8 until 5:30 or 6, I have I dedicate myself to uni, my assignments and lectures and everything. At 6:30, I have my third client, which up to 8 o'clock. Then 8:30, I train for myself up to 10 o'clock. And I reach home about 10:30, eat dinner and everything, spend time with my wife at 11:30. 12 o'clock, I sleep. So for 3 years or 4 years plus, I've been doing that consistently. So yes, there was some point that, oh man, I have to do something, to earn more clients. But I believe that I shouldn't do it because I feel like it's not right. Because if I do it for the money, it won't last long.
That's true.
Because if you do it for the money and your goal is to earn a lot by giving out workout program, online coaching or whatever, you won't last long. because your motivation is it's not
It's superficial lah, because it's just based on getting the most money that you can.
So to me, during that time, I'm just like, okay, how about I just stick to these 3 clients and focus on my studies, and eventually things will get better.
Right.
And alhamdulillah, this client of mine have been staying with me for the past 4 years.
That's really good.
Yeah. So from client now we become a workout buddy. So that's how I see it.
Yeah, dude, actually that's a very, very good answer. I didn't expect that answer from you, to be honest, but yeah, you are right. You do anything that you can to survive, number one.
Yeah.
Right. And I salute lah.
Thank you.
Jawapan is very good answer lah.
I mean, I'm sure you have experienced similar things before this. How you want to sell? Because I read about you that you said that you'll be waiting for 8 years. Is it to open Elico, to bring Elico to the gym?
No. I mean, I've been working in the corporate world for 18 years, and then by chance, one day I just got fed up of my job, and I just decided to start selling Elico lah, kan. But the scenario is a bit different because I have a steady job, kan. I wasn't put in a position where I was in a financial constraint ke apa lah. But of course my life, I'm not rich. I'm not by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not flush with money. Tak ada. Tapi I guess alhamdulillah, I feel I'm blessed that I did something that a lot of people didn't want to do, which is jual Elico kan. But I would say that to relate back to the question I asked you, for me, I also stick to my principles, and my principle is always guided by my belief in Islam.
Yeah.
Kan? So that means I don't do any hanky-panky stuff. When I sell to you at I have to be honest in what I sell.
Yeah.
I give you an example tau. There's a particular brand now that I brought in, and the quality wasn't good. So I bought a lot of it, kan. Then when I started selling it, okay, banyak orang beli, but then again I start getting complaints tau. Macam, pakai a few times dah tak boleh pakai dah, I feel really bad for selling something that yang tak ada quality, right? So I ended up macam, okay, just giving them free exchange lah kan. That's the least I can do. Right now I'm selling it at like a ridiculously low price just to get rid of the stock. But even so, I mentioned in my website, if you go there, I said, look, quality dia teruk, durability dia teruk, blah blah blah. So you are informed that this particular item is either good or bad. Macam tu kan. I feel I need to do that because even though it rugi, right? Even though it's actually it's a loss, kan? But I feel because of my principle as a Muslim, I need to sell to you benda yang I have to be honest when I sell to you.
Yeah. So I think the same goes for trainers as well. People who want to be trainer, you have to know your value. Let's say if you charge your session 150 or 180 per session, you have to know what can you offer to them. Don't blindly say that I'm certified so I can charge them 150. You have to know where you stand. Do you have experience? Have you trained certain type of clients before? But because if you charge them like 150 per session, that's about, let's say the client buys 12 sessions. That's about, let's say, I don't know, 15 times 12. How much is that?
Don't ask me to calculate, bro. 15 times 12.
Okay, that's it. They are spending about
1,200.
Okay, per month. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And if they don't get the result that they are aiming for or looking for, they're going to question you why, and you have to know the answers to why.
Yeah, it's almost like stealing lah juga kan.
Yeah. I mean, so for those who want to be a trainer, don't put money as your main goal. Even though you can get 15 clients or 20 clients a month, you have to set like a limit for yourself for you to grow. Because if not, you don't have time for yourself.
Yeah.
You don't have time for you to train yourself, and then Then you get depressed, your physics went down, your strength or whatsoever went down. Then you started to blame that, oh, money is an issue. That's why I decided to take a lot of clients. Yeah, so don't worry much about money. Money will come eventually. Just try to do your job as honest as possible.
Right. I 100% agree. And on that note, I think we have to end the podcast.
Yeah.
Once again, I thank you for coming.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, and I didn't invite you, man. You came, right? And I thank you for that, right? I think, especially the topic that you proposed, and I think we hope that we have done justice to it. If you have any comments, please leave your comments in the comment section below. Let us know what you think. I think, where can people find you, Aiman? On Instagram.
On Instagram, just type w.aiman.
There you go. I'll put his Instagram handle in the descriptions below. Thank you again for coming.
Thank you, Osmi.
I apologize for the noise
okay.
in this place. And guys, if you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe to our podcast and our YouTube channel. And please like, and also feel free to share our videos and our podcast to your friends. Till then, we shall see you again.
Wait. Also, I want to mention that we are like not against anyone in this. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Just want to make that clear, because we do not want to get hit. Yeah. Because people are very easily offended nowadays.
Especially Malaysians, I think we are really easily offended.
Yeah.
But yes, let me just reiterate that we are not against anyone. I think we're just pushing an opinion. If you disagree, leave your comments below so that we can address it, inshallah. But for you guys, for the social media influencers, keep doing what you're doing. You are actually helping people to move.
Correct.
And for me, that is very good already. So with that, lagi tak?
Tak ada.
With that, we'll see you in the next episode, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Ciao.